So the truth is that you have been trying to smash. I have the proof.
She said she got the proof. This is my first time actually reading the text, and I just feel like this is beneath me. You said blank if we. That's what that says. And now you going back on your word after I signed the release form for Cannon. I take you back to court. Don't play with me. You didn't ask me to cash after you know extra money towards the rent. I just did it out of the kindness of my heart because I knew you were behind trying to help you. That wasn't no extra money. That was what you're supposed to be giving me anyway since we agreed to whatever the number is.
It seems like Kirk Frost has done it once more. Can you believe it? He's left Rashida for Jasmine Washington, and now, surprise, Jasmine's pregnant again. It's as if we're caught in a never-ending cycle with these two. After all the turmoil Kirk and Rashida have faced, you'd think it couldn't get worse, but here we are. This shocking revelation has everyone talking, and it looks like Rashida is finally ready to end this chapter once and for all.
I ain't trying to do you already know I'm not. Like when, where, how, when.
So what the rest of the text messages at so I can find out this information about what y'all agreed to? Why are your text messages deleted?
What you mean? I don't even know what the was being said. I was frustrated. I might have thought about and I don't know if I sent the same day, the next day, I sent the money and did what I needed to do. That's it. I ain't do nothing else.
If you've been keeping up with their relationship, you already know Kirk and Rashida's marriage has been nothing short of chaotic. We've witnessed it all unfold on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, from Kirk's cheating scandals to Rashida's attempts to hold their family together. It's been one drama-filled ride. But now, it seems like Kirk's affair with Jasmine Washington has taken things to a whole new level. Not only has he secretly been seeing Jasmine again, but now she's pregnant for a second time. It's like we're stuck in a time loop, and Rashida's finally had enough. This is clearly a pivotal moment in their marriage. Kirk is once again in the same messy situation that nearly ended their relationship before, and instead of being honest, he's acting like he's the one fed up with Rashida. Can you believe it? After all the years of trying to make things work, Kirk's pretending to be done with the marriage just to hide his affair. But Rashida's not falling for it this time. She's done with the lies, and from what I'm hearing, she's ready to move on for good. Let's rewind for a second. Kirk and Rashida have been together for over 20 years, and if you've watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you know that infidelity has always been a huge issue in their relationship. Back in season 2, Rashida was pregnant, and instead of being supportive, Kirk acted out, even accusing Rashida of cheating and questioning if the baby was his. That was a major sign of how things were spiraling. But the real shock came when Kirk actually cheated during a guy's trip. We all remember when he hooked up with multiple women while Rashida stayed at home. That scandal was huge, and many thought their marriage wouldn't survive it. Yet, Rashida forgave him. Fast forward to now, with Jasmine Washington in the picture. The latest news has shaken everyone. Not only did Kirk cheat again, but this time he had a full affair with a stripper. To make matters worse, Jasmine ended up pregnant, and Kirk tried to deny it. He spent months pretending he wasn't involved, even though it was obvious. Eventually, a DNA test confirmed he was the father. This affair nearly tore his marriage apart, but once again, Rashida tried to move past it. She showed her strength by giving Kirk another chance, but it seems like Kirk hasn't learned anything. And now here we are, right when we thought Kirk had finally changed. Rumors started circulating that he was seeing Jasmine behind Rashida's back again, and soon after, Jasmine announced she was pregnant with Kirk's child for the second time. It's like we're reliving the same drama. People couldn't believe it, and honestly, neither could Rashida. After everything that happened with Jasmine the first time, Kirk went back and made the same mistake. This news hit Rashida hard, but this time, she's taking a different approach.
I admit that posting things on Instagram probably isn't the most grown thing to do. All I've ever wanted was this kind of communication that I'm having with Rashida. And up until now, Kirk has painted her out to be the bad guy. And I'm not buying it.
When Rashida found out about the pregnancy, it was no surprise that she was heartbroken. After everything she'd already endured in her marriage to Kirk, this felt like the ultimate betrayal. She had stood by him through countless instances of infidelity, hoping for change, but now it seemed like that hope was in vain. Who could blame her for feeling devastated? The difference this time, however, was that Rashida wasn't going to let Kirk's excuses or lies control her anymore. She wasn't going to fall into the same patterns of forgiveness and denial that she had in the past. She had reached her breaking point. In previous years, Rashida might have tried to find a way to work things out, even if it meant overlooking some of Kirk's mistakes. But now, with the revelation of yet another betrayal, she's done. She's done with the lies, the secrets, and the constant emotional turmoil. As for Kirk, instead of owning up to his actions, he's once again trying to play the victim. He's been telling anyone who will listen that he's been unhappy in the marriage for years, attempting to downplay the significance of his affair with Jasmine. But it's obvious to everyone that Kirk is trying to deflect responsibility for his actions. Kirk messed up again, and now he's trying to minimize it, just like he's done before. It's his typical pattern: avoid accountability by making himself the victim. But Rashida isn't falling for it anymore. After everything she's been through, she knows that she deserves better. This time, Kirk's betrayal is the line that she simply can't overlook. No more excuses, no more second chances. Rashida is finally standing up for herself.
Deal.
Honestly, let me say this. Me and you haven't really had any type of communication like this ever before. I feel like maybe me and you need to open up a communication line instead of me and him. Maybe it will be better that way.
You just told me my husband trying to you, and then you telling me you want to open up a communication line with me?
I mean,
Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm done.
I ain't him.
Since the news of Jasmine's second pregnancy broke, social media has been on fire, and people are not holding back. One Reddit user wrote, "Kirk is the type of man to ruin a good thing just because he is bored." Another commented, "Kirk doesn't deserve her, and Jasmine clearly doesn't care about destroying their family. This cycle needs to end." While the frustration with Kirk is undeniable, the support for Rashida has been overwhelming. It's like everyone is just waiting for her to take the leap and move on. Fans are posting comments like, "Rashida, you deserve peace. You've given him enough chances." It's time to choose yourself. You can really sense how much people want Rashida to find happiness, and after everything she's endured, it's hard not to root for her. So, will Rashida actually file for divorce this time? That's the big question. But at this point, it really seems like Kirk and Rashida's marriage might finally be over for good. How much more can Rashida take? After more than 20 years of ups and downs, infidelity, and the constant public humiliation Kirk has put her through, it's hard to blame her for wanting to walk away. The reality is, Rashida has given Kirk so many chances over the years, and each time, he finds a way to mess things up. She's endured more than most would ever tolerate in a marriage, and it's clear this latest betrayal is simply too much for her to bear. Rashida has always been the strong one, the one who tried to hold their family together, putting in the effort to work through the issues that arose over the years. She's been the glue that kept them united, even when things weren't perfect. But how do you keep moving forward when the same problems keep resurfacing year after year? Forgiving someone once is already incredibly difficult, but forgiving them twice, especially when it's the same person repeating the same mistakes, is an entirely different level of emotional strain. It's a lot for anyone to handle, and what makes it even more challenging is that this is all playing out for the world to see. Rashida's life and struggles are exposed on a public platform, and it adds another layer of complexity to the situation. From what we've gathered, it seems Rashida is starting to shift her focus onto herself. She's dedicating more time and energy to her business, her personal growth, and her family. The idea of ending a marriage that's lasted 25 years is never easy, but sometimes, for the sake of peace and happiness, difficult decisions need to be made. Sources have suggested that Rashida is seriously considering divorce, but nothing has been confirmed yet. We all know that leaving a marriage of this length is no simple task. There are children involved, businesses built together, and decades of shared memories. It's not just about walking away from someone. It's about evaluating whether the relationship is worth saving or if it's time to move on for good. That's where things get tricky. Rashida faces a tough decision, and only time will tell how she chooses to navigate this painful chapter in her life. Despite all the hurt and betrayal, Rashida has always tried to make it work before. So will she try again? Or is this really the end? From what we're hearing, she's reached her breaking point. But until we see those divorce papers, anything is possible. As for Kirk, he's over there trying to explain his actions, claiming he's been unhappy for a long time. But honestly, it just feels like another excuse. He's been dodging accountability for his behavior for years, and this time, fans are seeing through it. Everyone knows that Kirk's actions have caused irreparable damage to his marriage. People are tired of it, and they want to see Rashida move on. So, what do you all think? Should Rashida finally leave Kirk for good? Or do you think there's a chance they could somehow work things out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.